Hello, and welcome to today's podcast.
Yeah, this is episode 3. And possibly the
Last and ever.
last episode we're going to have Jobey for a couple of days. Yeah, you're going away to Spain, as you mentioned in the first episode.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No.
Tenerife,
yes.
Ooh!
So of course you've got me, Joe, and Jobey.
Yes.
And we'll just do a quick recap from last episode, as I've started to do that. Yeah, so last episode we had Harvey join us for an interview and general discussion. Really, we kind of started about rollers and then just chucked in a few of his other passions, which is absolutely fine because that's what you do. You know what I mean? You're interviewing people. Yeah. And if you're tuning in, Harvey, again, hello and thank you for coming on, and we'll definitely have you back. He did bring a good topic idea, which Jobey and I have talked about.
Yes.
But we'll save that for possibly next couple of episodes on. So today, because we've been at our model railway exhibition, with Romley Methodist Modelers. Hello to everybody whoever tunes in. I do kind of put this in the group, don't I? So people can tune in when they want to. It's been a great day. Obviously, we're both knackered. I was there since 9 o'clock this morning.
I was there till 12
on the running.
Due to finishing work
quite late. So Jobey came in the afternoon, did the afternoon shift. But I was helping 2 days before with setup, which you'd have done had you not been here, there and everywhere. But you've been here, there and everywhere. So
recently before.
Yeah, but that's fine, isn't it? Because you've had things to do. So it was a great day. Everybody's enjoyed themselves, and with us being a bit knackered, of course we've had us tea and that. And I said to him, well, let's get
before I go home.
Yeah, before you go home and before you go away, let's get an episode out together. So at least there's something. Because, like I say, video scheduling, we've had to kind of tweak it a bit. You know, things with the Romley compilation, and of course Jobey going away.
It's been sort of. May I?
Yeah, go on.
It's been sort of not unorganised, but it's been sort of a bit stressful. It's been sort of hard to figure things out because it's getting closer and closer before we know it, and it's sort of been trying to
juggle things around
and put things in place so we don't bore you in a way or make you wait a bit longer, but also we're trying our best to.
Because I mean, 717. No, 719 it is now. It was 717, I think, yesterday when I checked, and it's gone up 2 more.
Oh wow.
We're not even at 20 yet, and I say this every video, every episode of the podcast. Thank you, for all the support. I'm glad this new series has been met with enthusiasm, because I thought, should we do it? Should we not? Of course, again, I put that poll out. Everybody kind of wanted it. So here we are, we're doing it. And of course, now we're in September. This is the second week of September.
Oh, wow. How time's gone fast.
I know. And there's a few things we still want to do before it starts getting colder. But I don't know if you can tell, I have got a bit of a sniffle. So I'm
sniffle?
Yeah, so like I say, this is where this series will come in handy, because we can always just have a get together. Don't mean spotting will stop. In the winter, we'll still go out occasionally and do it. But it's not going to be like
a snowman.
Exactly. It's not going to be like how it's been over the summer months, kind of every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. But there will still be content coming from us, be it
no matter what,
in a podcast form, be it in a Trainspotting video, whatever. We'll try and bring you as much as we can. But equally, as you said, we're both getting older.
Yes,
I do have to watch colder weather, because I don't do so good with my chest. So we're going to get straight into it. So general chit chat. Kind of the first question: where did your love of trains come from? So this is general. Both of us will answer. Would you like me to go first, and you go first next question, or do you want? Yeah. So my love then, like I say, again, I don't know if anybody has noticed, and if you do, then that's fine. If you don't, then that's fine. But I am autistic, and I'm not the only one on the spectrum on the team. And people around me, my friends, I try to surround myself with similar people that have got my interest, whether you be autistic or not, although a lot of people are. And there's nothing wrong with that. No. And if you're not, there's nothing wrong with that either. So trains has kind of been trains and railways, I should say, has been my special interest ever since I was little, as far back as I can remember. Of course, it started with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes.
And I grew up watching that on the telly. I eventually started reading the books. I've collected the engines. My first, ironically, was Edward, closely followed by Gordon and then Henry, like the first book. But Edward was my favourite growing up. Yeah, and sorry if you can hear my dog in the background there. We will try and get some soundproofing.
Maybe that's why our best is like...
Yeah, I know. We've had to do a couple of takes tonight because, tea time shenanigans and the like. So, So my love started with Thomas the Tank Engine. It has since evolved over time into railways as a whole. And I do largely tip my hat to the late Reverend Wilbert Aldrich, God rest him. I did meet his daughter at Tallaghline last year and had a brief chat with her. It was wonderful. She was really good, and she did listen to what I had to say. And sadly I couldn't get to any of the extravaganzas, but they're on hold for now.
Right.
So that's kind of where my love came from and has stayed with me. And of course, things like has evolved into like model railways, miniature railways. Going out doing these videos, because I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't going out doing these videos.
Probably sat in bed.
Possibly. You don't know. You don't know what. Without a passion that you've got, you can't think of your life as anything else, can you?
Correct, yeah.
So, what about you? Where did your love? I think you mentioned to me it was Ivor the Engine. I'll start you off with that.
So it's funny enough, for me, anyway, it wasn't Thomas at first.
No.
And people go, what? Not Thomas?
No, I won't go what, because it's not always Thomas. Thomas is a big cause, yes. But
for me, it was Ivor the Engine, actually.
Yeah,
Then it went from, so it was Ivor the Engine, then Thomas.
Which Thomas is technically... Well, Thomas is as the books.
Yes.
The Railway series is older than Ivor the Engine, but Ivor the Engine, I think, is the first run when it was in black and white is older than Thomas's television debut. But then they were kind of around the same time, so... You've got a little Welsh engine that's sentient and goes burr burr, and then you've got Thomas that can talk and breathe kind of like we can, in a way.
Yes, and then from there got my mates.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Harvey, etc.
Yeah.
Family members who are sort of into it as well.
Your granddad.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The electrician. So.
Yeah. So.
So you sort of grew from there.
Yeah, and kind of it'll evolve.
Like they say, since you get the steam bug or the railway bug, you can't get rid of it.
Exactly.
That is true for us.
Yeah, and I think, like I said in the first episode, like since because we kind of lost touch, didn't we, after school?
Yeah, I would say
in a way,
so, yeah.
And then I go to see Flying Scotsman in 2021, and he's right there, and it's like from there we've kind of got back to it. Jobey kind of popped up in a couple of videos early on.
If you go back,
22, I think we actually started as a full member of this channel, and then of course as time's gone on, he's kind of settled into the working duo. He's gone and done a couple of solo videos for you did a solo one earlier this year. North Yorkshire Moors. I think that was it because I've not gone through. You've sent me stuff. Like I say, the problem with on my end is being a one-man editing team, not a one-man team. A one-man editing team. I can't get to everything right away.
There is some videos on my personal channel before I got more involved with you. It's not with that.
So no, it's not go and check them out. Jobey did some good solo videos, but as you've kind of come into this, we did say, didn't we? Anything you film, even if it's on your own, it can come on as a project. It's not just because I'm kind of like, I don't want to say the public face, but like because I kind of spearheaded this back then, and of course everybody sees me in presentation doesn't mean there isn't more, like
people behind the scenes.
There's yourself.
It's like theatre in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you don't just see an actor on a stage. There's people in lighting. Like you've got experience in that. There's people behind doing all the dressing and sound and things. There's everything. Stuff. So like I say, Jobey is a very active member. James, he's collaborated heavily in the early days. Helena, Paul.
Everyone.
And of course, like I said, go follow the TikTok. James runs that under the brand and does his own side of things. So go and check his stuff out. So next question then. You can go first. So your love of railways kind of in the present. So we'll do the present. So like kind of from, I mean, how long have you been with Standard for now? It won't be 2020, will it?
No, my ID was telling me.
It's a good job we can't see this.
2023.
Ah, right, okay. So we'll kind of do it in the round then, like the last 5 years. So 2019 then, because I'd done a bit of Trainspotting before this, but 2019 kind of kicked off this project when I went to see Tornado. Of course, I am thinking of releasing either something in written literature or in something like this, where we'll go into the whole start of this channel and everything. Yes. But 2019 was kind of the curveball to start this off. I have then seen a couple of rail tours. 2021, we actively started going out train spotting.
Oh yes. And
again, I've mentioned it before, my late uncle, God rest him, Uncle Bernard, he passed away, so that kind of pushed the start in. My granddad, God rest him as well, his passing increased that. And in the present, like the past 5 years, I'm a member of Dragon Miniature Railway in Marple, Stockport. Come see us.
They've been in the news.
Yeah, we've been on the telly, Northwest Tonight. That was quite nice actually. Though I didn't get a speaking part, it was quite nice to be featured in that film, doing what I love. And of course, since I think it was about 23, I started as a member of Romley Methodist Model Railway Club. So this passion isn't just, I'm a YouTuber. I do, my passion's railways. I'm a volunteer at a railway. I'm a member of a club. You know what I mean? There's so many outlets to this, not just in the railways, but a social outlet. I don't know if you agree with that.
I sort of do, yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you then? Your passion, where it is from about 2020 to now?
2020 was sort of course, we
had the pandemic.
Yeah. So,
yeah. We won't forget that.
I was just, reading books. I found this book.
Literature can be a big thing.
I just found this book. I was like,
insert picture of my bookshelf.
But so I found this book one day. I was sort of reading it. I got about trains, and then from there again it just grew, and then started to volunteer at my local miniature railway. Great look and great stuff there. Still go. Yeah. Free.
Yeah.
And then joined my local heritage railway group, East Lancs.
Yeah.
That Southern 4 group.
Yeah. Again, shout out to them.
Yeah. After all after lockdown
and then kind of around the same time, 22, you joined up with this when you, as you said in the first episode, we were both a wee bit younger then.
But just hanging out with Joe one day, and he was like, "Do you want to come on see this train?" I was like, "Yeah." Yeah,
and we did, and you've never looked back, have you? Because, of course, it's good having active energy, because Jobey will cast a new light on things. Like I say, sometimes Jobey will have an idea, and I'll go like, you had an idea to go to Manchester, didn't you, once? And I was kind of like, kind of umming and ahhing. Or, he'll have an idea to visit a place, and I'll go, yeah, okay. So it depends, because we both kind of have these discussions and debates about things, and never gets heated, though. Never gets heated. We do eventually find an agreement. And we went to Manchester when Stockport was all barricaded, and it was quite nice. Yeah, it was quite nice because it was quiet. So it made my kind of anxiety of crowds linked in with my autism a bit easier to cope with. And then we went again, didn't we? Like in the last video we did.
But then it wasn't there.
But the 37 that's supposed to be piloting for Huddersfield wasn't there. But yeah. So kind of where it is now, we're both kind of in a similar place, aren't we? Volunteering, and we're both members of a club and this and that. And long may it continue. So that ties in then to the next question, which you can go first on this one. Your love of trains after 2025. Of course, this year's been a big one for all rail enthusiasts.
So we're going ahead now?
Yeah.
After this year? Okay.
So, just very quickly, this year's been a very, very big year for us as rail enthusiasts. Not just myself and Jobey.
Everyone.
The whole community. People that work for the railways, people that, in the National Railway Museum that help preserve the history, people...
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Everyone. Volunteers, paid staff, whatever. Whoever you are, whatever you do.
Even video games.
Yeah, exactly. You're a big part of it. We've had the 200-year celebration of the modern railway, which is focused more on the Stockton and Darlington than anything earlier. But, of course, we both went to Derby and had a decent time. We couldn't exactly get around everything, but we got to walk.
Some people have.
Yeah.
What was even I
we're really surprised because it was 10 for all 3 days. I thought it was a bit later, but it's like yeah. We thought they were going to start chasing us out at the end, didn't we? Because we kind of wanted to get to everything. Yeah. So kind of on from this then, like next year, kind of like I'm not saying. Oh yeah, you've got to look at every year and evaluate it. Just kind of think where you are now, and then think where you want to be.
Next year.
Like next year.
Onwards.
Next year it can be the next bloody decade.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd like to be a second man eventually one day.
Yeah, on a diesel.
On a diesel locomotive on a heritage railway. That's one of my goals. In the railway community. And also sort of like. Certainly visit a bit more railways, like light railways, narrow gauge.
Which we certainly are going to try and do.
A bit more like that, because it's well and good, seeing these rail tools and stuff, but in my opinion, I feel like I'll still do it, I'll still go out and see them, but I feel like the other railways still need some income in a way.
And again, if I can just chuck in on that point, of course, with where the video schedules are concerned, a lot of it, like out of our own pocket, it has been kind of where's affordable to get to in this economy. Yes. Of course, I have been to a lot of the narrow gauge railways in Wales. Not all of them, but like I've got 2 full playlists of where I've been. But I would like to go over there with you and kind of have a railway holiday, like that isn't too expensive, that we can at least get to a couple of railways. There's a couple of standard gauge in Wales. I'd love to take you to Llangollen.
I like...
that is a beautiful run.
I like Lakeside and Haddock Railway.
Yeah.
The incline is very similar to Keighley and Worth Valley. Not in that sense, but more like... You can literally go up massive incline the minute you leave the station.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Like last year, we were kind of at the flank flight about 4 times, I think. I think if I look back at the videos, if you look back, you can actually see how many times we went. But I would like to clarify that next year we are going to try and shake it up a bit.
Yes, as much as we can.
It just depends on how transport goes, because travelling, and again, we're going to get into politics here, but I'm just going to mention it very quickly. The cost of getting to places, by train can be a bit expensive. So then we've either got to rely on my mum to take us somewhere, or your dad to drive us.
Until I pass our driving test.
Or exactly, until Jobey passes his driving test. It's kind of where we can get to without literally knackering ourselves out. Because I do love that you basically called us 2 decrepit old dinosaurs. in the first episode. Yeah, because that's basically that's not what we are. But no, we are. You know what I mean? We are trying, and again, a lot of it with me is I can lack in confidence. I can plan a trip out to detail.
Oh yeah, he does.
But actually doing it on my own, it sets my anxiety off.
Like the amount of, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go on.
Like the amount of times he goes, it's in like train. We can follow
real-time trains. That is my best friend.
He spans me out with him. I go, I can't use it half the time. I go, okay, but
yeah,
that's him planning it. He goes, this is it.
Exactly. This is it. This is that, and I can plan it right down to the detail. I know. Like I say, we do have a discussion which train we're going to get if we're going somewhere. Let's use York as an example. So we'd planned to get on one about, I can't remember what time it was, but it had left Sheffield late. So then we ended up jumping on an earlier one.
150?
Yeah, 156. Yeah, which of course it was off peak times. So it was on peak times, so it was a bit dearer than we thought.
Bit more, yeah.
But the point is we managed to do it all in one go, get the ticket up to Manchester on the single. And then because we could use as passage coming back, and then the returns to York. But if Jobey wasn't with me, it'd be a bit harder because one thing I struggle with my autism and anxiety is crowds and busy places. So, and of course in this day and age, you don't know who you're going to run into, do you?
No.
Like you can run into some really nice people, or you can run into someone really nasty. So
and you carry a walking stick.
Exactly, and then because of my cerebral palsy, and I don't mind saying this on the record, I have mild cerebral palsy down my right side. I don't walk. I walk well.
Yes.
I do very well for what I've got. Like I said, there's a lot of people on the heavier end of it, and it is quite. You know, I mean, it is quite a restrictive condition. But I walk with a stick. When I get too tired, you have probably seen the stick in a couple of shots. I don't hide it at all. I just prefer not to have it in the shot because it's literally holding me up. Like I'm literally leaning on it sometimes when my leg goes, or I'm sat down and I do a shot sat down. But like I did at York. But Jobey is a big help. You know what I mean? He'll wait for me. I'll
go off and get a shot for him.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say, right, I just need 5 minutes. And that's the thing, really. That's kind of... I'm doing a hobby that I love. I've got a passion. And sometimes my physical energy can't meet my passionate energy, if you will. Like, sometimes I get ill and I want to go and see a rail tour or something. So
instead.
Yeah, or sometimes Jobey will get a message, I can't get this. Can you get it? Or, James has had a message in the past, or even Paul. Like, I was in college once, and there'd been a rail tour through. I think it was December, or Scott. The video is up somewhere on here. And Paul literally sent me an email that evening, and I just went, you bloody lifesaver. You got that. I couldn't get here because I was in college. I don't know where you were at the time, and James wasn't around at all. I think he was doing something. So Paul literally was a lifesaver in that, and we do try his best, and I do depend on Jobey quite heavily. And again, I'll say this on the record. I say it enough off record.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything you've done. I mean, when we've been on these journeys, and long may it continue. And like I say, eventually it'll get easier because one of us may learn to drive. You may do before me. But that's the thing. We've at least got a way to get around things and a way to work it out. So that's why sometimes scheduling can be a bit iffy.
But on that note,
should
we talk about where do you think how do we encourage the next generation?
Yes. Now this is a passionate topic that a lot of people like the. People that have seen us, like there's a couple of people, like that guy that was at Stockport that you were talking about the dogs. He was saying to me, because I saw him, he was saying, I'm glad to see youngsters doing it. A lot of older people that have said that, I'm glad to see you doing this. be it alright. Trainspotting may not be the art a lot of older people remember when there was steam trains and you had the Ian Allen books taking down numbers and things. You can still get books with loco stock numbers in that you could easily just do the same thing as an Ian Allen. But equally, it is something new, and this is where I'm going to chuck in. If you don't mind, if you don't mind me kind of leading this one, you can have the floor in a minute. I don't know, like I say, if I get any views, but off him, but David, son of Keith of Smile Train Video, he sadly passed away. I think it was earlier this year, end of last year. I think it was this year. He was a big inspiration to me. I used to love sitting watching his videos, and not even the modern, like the stuff he went out and did, even at the age he was. And he did that. He did, he did some archival stuff, and his son has taken over the channel. And that is wonderful because, David's still bringing his content in his dad's memory. And a lot of people that say this, not just from a filming aspect, but like Heritage Railways, a lot of the older guys, how many people are there around from these start-up groups, like that started the Bluebell Railway, that started, the
Keith Leavenworth Valley,
yeah,
etc.
the Such Locomotive Preservation Society. Like, I'm not saying to be grim, they're all not here, because that's not true. There are members still around that have been involved, but there are a lot of people. So what do you do you want to take the floor, and I kind of don't want to steal your thunder on this one.
So I think,
sorry mate.
So I think how we should encourage, in my opinion here, I could be wrong, but to encourage younger ones is sort of push it a bit more.
Yes.
Slightly, just sort of push it a bit more, and that. Oh, today's been a hard day to film this podcast. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. The neighbour's dog's barking now. Yeah.
So push it a bit more and encourage them, and make it a bit more like normal
and again
and okay to do this type of thing.
And again, this is where one of social media's positives come off, because the more a group gets on social media or has some like I say, we go and promote these heritage railways by doing a simple video. Like, we're not we're in no way like paid or anything.
Oh, no one near
promotion.
For free. Literally just for free.
Yeah, literally, we want to go somewhere, we review it. In fact, I think we need to do like reviews of where we've been and kind of what we think.
A bit more often, yeah.
A bit like I was going to put that in at the end of the video, but I thought no. I held off, because then if this idea was going to come out of the woodwork, we can do it in this video. So, yeah.
But yeah, I think it was
that's the thing, and
not just heritage railways, even like your clubs.
Yeah, model clubs,
heritage railways,
model railway clubs,
miniature railway, anything
anything
you get involved with.
Exactly.
Do it.
And miniature railways clubs and miniature railways are quite good, because you can get involved at a young age. Like, we've got, in the Romley Methodist Club, we've got members at the tail end, like 80s, 90s, all the way down to a young member at 14. I think he is. Me and Jobey, we're there. Couldn't speak then. We're in the middle of that. Like, I'm in my 20. I'm 22 this year. Jobey's into his 20s. But I don't. Like I say, I'm not in any way calling myself old here. But it's nice to see people of the generations after me, kind of 18 down to like 14.
Yeah, really.
Like the teenage and little kids getting involved. Like, the amount of times people have been at the railway, at Dragon Miniature Railway, and have thanked me simply for just taking them around the track, and to see the smiles on the families' faces, like, again, parents, kids, grandkids,
whatever,
grandparents, anybody, to see them smile,
it's a nice feeling.
It brings it right here. To see an audience enjoy my videos and this podcast and what we do.
Even if
that's good.
Even if you had sort of like not a terrible rubbish day, or sort of day. It says that, you guys,
like,
make your day a bit better.
Like, today's been a bit busy on the on the exhibition. It's been great. It's just been really intense because so many people come to it, and it does take it out of you a little bit. Like, no matter your age, it does, especially if you're running a hands-on layout, because you kind of have to teach the kids how to work the train.
Yes.
And assist, and kind of, you need to have the patience. But one parent today did actually thank me for being patient, and I'm like, you're welcome, because you can't not be patient with things like that. You're trying to teach somebody, so be it you're teaching someone to fix a blooming full-size tank engine.
Or bike,
but full-size tank engine, a miniature engine, whatever, or a model railway.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Read that in a minute. Yeah. So, it's one of those things, and it is nice. So yes, I do wholeheartedly agree, because in today's world, again, like I say, going slightly off topic, but not off topic, in today's world of so many drama and things going on, people need something that they feel comfortable with. Not just railways. This applies to all hobbies. You can be an artist, you can be a photographer, you can be whatever you want to be. Yeah, Harvey's a musician as well. Yeah. You can be whatever you want to be in this life. Yeah, and you do your drums, you do your lighting. I'm an artist, like of course a lot of my art is railways. I'm a photographer away from the railway world of things, but in this world of kind of chaos and politics and whatever else, again, we don't touch on that here because this is a nice podcast.
It just starts stuff.
Yeah, it just starts stuff. So all I'll say, in this world of chaos and politics and whatever else is going on, you need to have a passion. Ours is railways. And you have other people that like what they do, whatever else, It can be as simple as knitting. It can be as simple as baking. Anything like that. It doesn't have to be so complex. I don't mind if we overrun a little bit. Yes, but no, I'm completely behind sharing this passion with younger generation, because then
it needs to be more.
Yeah, because
there.
Exactly. It carries on then after we don't. In a way.
Because if we don't, in a way, it will sort of
die out.
Yeah.
It goes with you
at the end. It's like a TikTok trend, or it's like a trend on social media.
Yeah.
It's fine now and then, but after 2 years or whatever, for a few months, for some trends,
exactly,
it's gone.
It's gone. Some people, and that's what we don't.
Spinners.
Yeah, and that's and I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh no.
Yeah, and that's what we don't want to happen with railways. So we try and do as much as we can as a creative platform for media videos and whatever else, and this podcast, because I do hope eventually we have some guests on from railways and things like, yourself, you're a member of Standard 4.
We've got a model railway.
Exactly. We're both members of the Romley Methodist Modelers. We're both, we're holding his badges, like you can see it. I will actually, I think I've got a picture of the badge I can insert. You're a member of Standard 4. I'm a volunteer at Dragon Railway. You volunteer at Brookside.
Volunteer.
Harvey's been on, and he's a volunteer member at Standard 4 as well. There are so many people that I'd love to have on this podcast if viable. So is there anything else you want to add? Quickly. Well, you can. You don't have to be quickly. I don't mind if it overruns a little bit. The point is that it's.
I like to add a note on even today.
Yeah.
Even with sort of like let's say for example, it's a bit cold and wet.
Yeah.
Even like model railways.
Yeah.
And stuff. But that's really it.
It's
model railways are good to have as well. That hand.
Yeah, exactly, and kind of outlets like this, something as simple as picking up one of your books off the bookshelf. That's a railway book, or playing it, train sim, playing. Even like sometimes I'll get the trains out with Noah, and even building a track.
Oh yeah, the wooden ones.
Building a track with him, and sharing your passion.
Like I bought today.
It doesn't just take, going out train spotting. Like I say, as the winter goes, we will be looking into other aspects to still bring up content. Like this podcast was a big way for that.
Yeah.
Oh, BBC Sports.
Oops,
Yeah, so it's okay. So on that note then, nearly 35 minutes. We've overrun a little bit, but again,
apologies.
It doesn't matter if we overrun. It has taken a few takes tonight, I will admit that.
Yeah.
But again, I wanted to do this before you go away, because then I can try and get some more guests in, because I am quite good at the interviewing side of things. Yeah, so...
Thank you again.
Thank you, Jobey. Like I say, enjoy your holiday.
I will, but I'll probably miss being at home.
And miss doing this. Yeah,
and
we'll be bringing you more episodes of this podcast, and hopefully some videos, and hopefully by the next episode we will have planned what we're doing for our 500th video on YouTube. Of course, that's still in the works. So it's goodbye from me, and thank you for tuning in, and
thank you, everybody.
All the
goodbye
support.
from me as well.
Yeah, keep watching the videos, keep listening to this podcast. I'm really glad it's been met with such positive energy. It's great, and as I say,
thank you.
Yeah. So bye bye.